Okay, just experimenting a little bit today. This is a 250 grain point on a 2016. This bow is tuned for 1916s, and just to show you how this arrow's not properly spined to match this bow with 250 grains up point. Overknock, close weight grip, come back closer to the target. 1, 2. So, knock right. If I walk straight into the target, and 250 grains, the heaviest points I have, so unless I go with a longer 2016, this won't work. Okay, this is bare shaft, 1916. This is spine for the arrow, 200 grain point. There's all the stats for the arrow, length of the arrow, grains, and it should fly straight into the target. Hold the bow straight up and down. Straight grip. 1, 2. Dart. Absolute dart. Straight into the target. That works. Alright. Straight it down. Overknock a lot. Push weight grip. Come back along straight to the target. Ready? 1, 2. Dart. There you go. Perfect spine. Straight into the target. If they fly, they die. Push weight grip. Ready? 1, 2. Perfect. Dart. Walk to the target. Arrow went straight in. That works. This is not spine for this bow. This is 5 more pounds. This is a 45 pound pull. That last one was 40. So let's just see what this one does. Should have too much point weight. And it's going to fly. It's going to be knock left. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. There you go. Knock left. 5 more pounds. Out of tune. Walking straight into the arrow. See the knock is off to the left. Alright, let's go get a 125 grain point, stick on there, see how that plays. Okay, stick a 125 on it. Dropping 75 grains off the front. It was hard knock left. Let's see what this does. Okay. Overknock a lot, push the grip. Let's go target. Ready? Push away. 1, 2. 1, 2. That one darted. So that needs a 125 on the front. Walk straight into the target. Oh yeah. So 125. Dropped at 75 grains. Now it works. There's basically about 4 ways you can make one fly. Either you have the right spine, you change the length of the arrow. You have to start out long, because once you go short, you can't go back long again. So change the spine of the arrow, the length of the arrow, the weight of the point, and build your shelf out or in to try to accommodate some arrows that you already have without going out and buying some more. But that's the 4 basic ways. Because, you know, these you can't, it's not like a compound, you can't change the weight on it. That's how you do it. Point weight, spine, length of arrow, or build your shelf. All right, take one more shot. Here's ready grip. Back close to the target. Ready? I mean, that dude flies. Walk to the target. Arrow straight in. So my standard arrow for this is a 22-16, 29 3/4, 200 grain point, 570 grains. This is a 1916, 29 3/4. So it's a weaker spine. So I had to go with a much lighter point, but that flies. the arrow flies, the animal dies. Okay, this is a 145 grain point. We'll just experiment. We'll bow straight up and down. Over, knock, and lock. Straight grip, come back, long, straight to target. Ready? 1, 2. So you could probably get away with that. The knock is slightly left, but not bad. So you might be able to shoot between 125 and 145. And sometimes you can shoot more than one punt weight because the perfect point weight is in between 2 point weights. And you might get away with it. You might have a tiny bit knock left. If it's too heavy, you might get a little bit knock right. If it's too light a point. But since you can't go down to 5 or 10 grain increments, you might be, in other words, you can shoot at 125, it'll be slightly knock right. You could shoot at 145, it'll be slightly knock left. So 130, 135 is actually probably the appropriate weight. But you might be able to get away with 2 different point weights if you're kind of in between them, because your feathers will correct. All right, 15 yards. Straight up and down, 145 grain point. Ready? 1, 2. That flies pretty good, actually. Let's walk straight to the target. Yeah, it's slightly left. Sure is. I would probably drop down to the 125. It is better to have perfect arrow flight and a lighter arrow than not so perfect arrow flight and a heavier arrow. Flight trumps everything for accuracy and penetration. There you go.